a book recommendation video. I have the books here, and so I'll go through each of them. Won't go into the plots per se, but I'll tell you generally what they're about and why I like them. So the first book is Henry David Thoreau's Walden, and I have the English version and the Korean translation. I came across this book in elementary school when my dad and I were at this book fair in Korea. I didn't know about this book. I just frankly liked the cover of it and picked it up. And I'm glad I did because it's one of my staples. This book is about a man who goes into the forest and lives near this pond called Walden Pond, which is the title of the book, and reflects on his life and the society at large. It's largely a philosophical book. It's a good book to read, and I think especially now because of how secluded we are in our own spaces. If possible, we could take this opportunity to introspect like Thoreau does in this book. And the next books are these three by a poet named Lee Byung-ryul. He's a Korean poet. I like his writing so much. It's very descriptive, and that's really the first thing I look for in a writing. Maybe I'll just talk about this one because this one's my favorite. This one is a travel essay. I imagined it to be about literally him traveling, but it's more so about what he notices and what he learns by observing people while he's traveling. So it's not really like, oh, these are the places to go to, or these are things I ate. It's more about the people he met and what kind of conversations he had with them. And the nice thing about this book is that it has photos in between. So like this, they're very natural photos of people and the nature. They very much matched his writing, and it makes the book comforting overall. And by the way, this book is called 내 옆에 있는 사람, so that means the person next to me. And the next book is John McGregor's If Nobody Speaks of Remarkable Things. This book has some memories attached to it because it was recommended by someone I liked in university. I think he also was into descriptive writing, and he knew that I was into that as well. So this book also is pretty much plotless, but it's very interesting in the sense that it takes you into the perspectives of people that the book describes. Very interesting structure, very poetic. The next book is Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse, and this one is a classic. And you get the pattern here. This one is also kind of plotless. It's about a family who gathers and wants to go to this lighthouse. So that's the gist of the plot. But it's more so about these characters' childhood memories and their relationship as adults. For me, the most important part of the book was Mrs. Ramsey, one of the main characters' vision, and interpretation of what that vision is can differ. And that was exactly what my university thesis was on. I understood it as vision in the sense of her sight, but also as in her ideas and her thoughts for her art. Woolf is very famous for her stream of consciousness kind of writing, which is a way of writing where the flow of it follows one's thought and is not exactly organized. But what's interesting about Woolf's writing is that while it looks jumbled, you could actually follow it and find so many good symbols and themes that reoccur in her writing. So it ends up not being messy, but of wonderful ideas. I like her in general, but this is my favorite book of her. And lastly, I have this book as ebook only. 기자의 어느 금요일 by a writer named 최은별, and the title means a Friday spent by a poet and a journalist. It's a love story. I didn't find it unique in any sense, but her writing is beautiful. Her descriptions are not flowery yet very deep and down to earth. I felt like I was reading about a story of somebody I knew. That's how the book made me feel. So this, I think, will be a perfect summer read because it's not too heavy, but you can still get into it quite quickly. So those are all the books I want to recommend to you today, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!